What is up, my bedinguses? Welcome to another JTR deck review, and today we are reviewing Hops Trevenant. Now, this deck has a very special place in the meta, mainly because Psychic Mons are hitting things for weakness. Things like Mega Lucario, Greninja. It's even able to hit Dragapult and Raging Bolt for weakness because of Lily's Clefairy. And the fact that Hops Trevenant is also a psychic Pokemon means it's able to take advantage of telepathic psychic energy. But the crazy thing about this deck is that with things like Hops Choice Band, Postwick, and a Hops Snorlax, you're able to, with the Choice Band, hit things with no energy. So with just a tool, you're able to hit minimum 40 damage, and then you stack that damage using Postwick and Hops Snorlax. So Hops Snorlax, Choice Band, and Postwick all add 30 damage plus to all Hops Pokemon. So it just, with things like Phantump, with this little Phantump, it hits for 10 damage. It on a coin flip can prevent all damage and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon that turn. If you even get two of these things online, if you just throw a Choice Band and a Postwick up, this thing is hitting for 70 with no energy. Now, that takes knockouts on most basics, and on top of that, gets you out of itchy pollen stuff, gets you out of some weird situations where sometimes you don't even want to evolve into Trevenant, and you just want to throw up a Phantump and maybe hit that coin flip and then just buy yourself a free turn and a free hit. So, but what makes this even greater is that Phantump evolves into Trevenant, and for 1 energy, so again, you can also use this as a free attack if you have Hops Choice Band, Horrifying Revenge, 30 plus. If any of your Hops Pokemon were knocked out by damage from an attack during your opponent's last turn, this attack does 100 more damage. Now, keep in mind, chat, that it specifically says if it was knocked out by damage from an attack. It has to be knocked out by damage from an attack. It cannot be an effect knocking out your Hops Pokemon. It specifically has to be damage. Now, if you meet that condition, then Horrifying Revenge is doing minimum 130 for no energy if you have a Choice Band. But if you have the Choice Band, it's hitting for 160 for free. Then you add Snorlax on top of that, and then it's 190, and then you add a Postwick, it's 210. If you have a Lily's Clefairy on board and you're hitting a Dragapult, you are hitting for 420 on a single prizer. That is insane. Now, you also get something for mid-game tempo, like Hops Cramorant, for 1 energy. Fickle Spitting hits for 120. If your opponent doesn't have exactly 3 or 4 prize cards remaining, this attack does nothing. But when your opponent does get to that 3-4 prize trade, this Cramorant is swinging in for 120, 150, 180, and then 210. I don't know why I stuttered there, but 210. With Cramorant, as long as they're at 3 or 4 prizes. And it's very easily fixed by using single prizers to push the prize trade. On top of that, you also get Hopsization EX. So Insta Strike for 30. This attack does 30 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. It also does 30 damage. So you do 30 to the front, 30 to the rear. But the biggest thing is, again, it gets buffed by Snorlax. It gets buffed by Choice Band. Again, is a free attacker with Choice Band. And then Postwick. So through Choice Band, Snorlax, and Postwick, you're getting an extra 90. You're hitting for 110 for free. Now, early on, like setting up, getting telepathic psychic energy onto a Phantump, and then just setting up your board, you can even grab Lily's Clefairy with telepathic psychic energy. You set these up and you have a Zacian in the front, and like, what is your opponent supposed to do? You're like setting up multiple attackers like in a single turn just using a tool, right? And then you also get your tech options like Shaman to prevent bench damage. You get Psyduck to prevent those Dust Nor lines from going off. You get Lily's Clefairy, so you can hit dragons for weakness. You also even get to take advantage of a Blood Moon or Saluna, because why not? If you're doing a single prize trade, Ursaluna gets online very, like, even late in the game. Like, Ursaluna hits for 240 just out of nowhere. And then you also have a Latios to pivot everything for free. And then you have Pheasantipede for draw. You also run 4 Pokepads for consistency. You have 4 Choice Bands, which is great. And then you also get access to Hop's Bag. Now, Hop's Bag is like a super Ultra Ball for Hop's Pokemon, because you could just pick 2 of the basics and just throw them onto your bench. So it's like a super Ultra Ball Poffin, essentially. And then you have 2 Ultra Balls for consistency to grab any of your other options outside of your Hops Pokemon, or you can grab your Hops Pokemon if you really need to. You have 2 Pokegears to just make your supporter line a little bit more consistent. You have 2 Stretchers for consistency, and you have a switch to get out of Sob locks as well. Sob and Clutch locks, or just get that free switch in case for some reason they boss up like your Snorlax, and you need to switch it out, and there's you don't have any other way to get it out. You also run Unfair Stamp. Everybody knows the fairest of cards in this game. Then you run 4 Lilies for consistency, 3 Boss's Orders. Now you get to run 2 Hassel in this deck. Now Hassel is a very strong card in single prize trade, because it says you can use this card only if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Look at the top 8 cards of your deck and put 3 of them into your hand. Then shuffle the other cards back into the deck. You get to go 8 cards deep and then go into a +3 and choose exactly what you want from those 8 cards. Hassel is insane in this deck. You also have Hildas to grab your evolutions, like you mainly grab your Hops Trevenant, and then you get a Telepathic Psychic Energy. Or what's great is that this deck is also able to take advantage of 4 Mist Energy. So in the Alakazam matchup, they cannot touch you unless they have an Enhanced Hammer. And even if they do have the Enhanced Hammer, you have 4 Mist Energies, and Alakazam mainly runs max 2 Enhanced Hammers. So Alakazam can have a lot of fun dealing with that. You have 1 Judge just for disruption, and then you have a Colress to grab, again, either your Telepathic Psychic Energies or your Mist Energies, and then you also get a Stadium, and you can grab your Postwick, and you also have 4 Postwick to just bump Stadiums. You win that Stadium war, and then you also buff the damage of all of your Hops Pokemon by 30 more damage. And then Telepathic Psychic Energy, one of the best energies to come out of Perfect Order. It's possibly one of the best cards to come out of that set. Other than Meowth, I would probably put this second. And then you have 4 Mist Energies. Now, this deck, we do have a few matches coming up for you guys, and this deck was insanely fun. It's super fun knowing that you're just able to set up free attackers with Hop's Choice Band. You have the consistency with Hop's Bag. This deck was insanely fun to play, especially going on the coin flips for Phantump. Yeah, so with that, hope you guys enjoy the deck, enjoy the matches, and let's get into the games. We're gonna go second, which we want anyway. We get a Phantump. No Choice Band. We're up against Rocket's Mewtwo. He gets the turn 1 Proton, chat. He's going to grab all of his Tarantulas, or he's going to grab 2 and a Mewtwo. Yep. He gets all his ugly spiders, chat. We can Hilda for... We can Colress. We're gonna Colress for post-wick and then grab a telepathic psychic energy. Hopefully we hit a choice band here. We get the psychic energy. So we will... Let's Colress. We'll grab this and a post-wick. We'll attach. Let's grab 2 more phantoms. We'll play post-wick and then hopefully hit heads on this attack. Nice, we take no damage next turn. So if he does boss, or if he does Giovanni right now, and then, if he Giovanni's right now, and then knocks out a Phantom, then it's fine. We can take a knockout here going into Trevenant. Let's just set up another Phantom. And we'll grab a Latios for pivoting. We can evolve into Phantom here. We will evolve here. We can Hilda. We can grab another telepathic psychic energy. Our other Trevenant is in prize. We'll take a knockout here. I really want a Snorlax. He gets a Spidops. He has a Grass Energy to grab, I think. No, he does not. If he takes a knockout on a Phantom, then we can go and we can play Hassle. Ooh, Rocket's Energy onto the Spidops. He does 91, 120. So he doesn't necessarily have the knockout yet on a Trevenant. But he will if he just grabs another Mimikyu or a Sneasel. Yeah, he grabs a Sneasel. Now he has the knockout. But now we revenge kill with our Trevenant. And we could play Hassle here. Ooh, we get Hop's Bag as well. Let's Hop's Bag. Let's get this and Zacian. Let's play Hassle. We'll get a Lily and a Choice Band. Oh, we can pick one more card. Let's grab... probably Postwick. In case he bumps it with a Team Rocket's Factory. We'll put the Choice Band onto Zacian. And we will Mist Energy onto a Phantom. And we'll just take the knockout for 190. If you go to a regional with Rockets Mewtwo, how well do I think you will do? You're gonna go undefeated. If it's you, Orcas, I believe in you. Okay, he's gonna Ariana. He draws 5 cards. Gets another Tarantula. After the Sacred Ash. Secret Box. He gets Rocket. He gets Rocket's Factory. What did he discard? An Articuno, Giovanni, and Energy Switch. Okay. Attaches an energy, should evolve into Spite Ops, throws on the Rocket's Factory, draws 2. Goes into Spite Ops, grabs a, charges up with a Grass Energy, retreats. And he can take a knockout on Trevenant now. But we just stretch her up a Trevenant. Okay. Push up Phantom. We get another Choice Band. So we'll Postwick. We'll stretch her up. A Trevenant. So we have the knockout here, I believe. Yeah, 190. We'll equip a Telepathic Psychic Energy. That might be a mistake. Yeah. Let's not get Lily's Clefairy. Well, Lilies. Let's Pokepad. Cramorant can actually do something this game. And well, 190. We get our other Trevenant. That's good. What's on Brave Bangle? Archer. We get an Ultra. We get a Lily off that. Goes into Spite Ops. Only 120. So we can only do 90 here. Let's Lily. I really want the knockout here, so we're going to 120. We're still 10 off. Placing that energy was a misplay. I wanted to retreat into this and then possibly get the knockout, but we can't. It's fine. Puts energy onto the Sneasel. He's gonna get another Spidops. Charges up. Okay. We push up Cramorant here. Play Hassle. So we grab this. This. We'll grab Shaman just to prevent the Sneasel. Grab a Phantom. We'll stamp him. We need a Choice Band here. Oh no, that's bad. Well, we can go into Zacian. And we can 120 and then take a knockout on the Mimikyu. Alright, there's our Choice Band. And we have the switch to get the Zacian out. Petrol. Petrol for Factory. That's okay. Charging up. GG, chat. Man, single energy attackers, free attackers feel so good. We're up against Mega Kang. Yeah, ironically, Phantom Living probably got us killed. All right, so we'll Pokepad here. We'll get a Phantom, and we'll get a Snorlax. We'll play Postwick. We'll Telepathic Psychic Energy here. We'll get 2 of our Phantoms are in prize chat. We'll take the knockout here. Fail that. Okay, we get another Phantom. Force of Vitality. Another Poffin. How are you testing the decks, Nova? Are you playing against a friend? Spamming AI. All right, so he gets a Latios. Mist Energy. Pokegear. All right, nice. We're gonna take another prize here, chat. We'll go into a Trevenant. Play Postwick. We'll Colress, get a Postwick, get a Telepathic Psychic Energy. I don't want Lily's Clefairy. And we'll just Splashing Dodge. Tails again. Get another Mist Energy. Force to Vitality. We have another Postwick to bump. If I can get something, if anything, going against AI, I think it's pretty okay. Okay, so he can go into Yanmega here. All right. Then he can move all of the energy onto Pheasantipity, I guess. push up Hops Trevenant here. Hilda. Hilda does not help here. I guess we'll just hit for 190, chat. We need a Lily really bad. Even if he pushes up Pheasantipity, like he's only sniping for 100. And I doubt he wants damage down on his Fez. Unless he's just gonna do it. He's really gonna go for it. Does he put damage down on Latios? Oh. I forgot he's hitting for weakness. There's Lily. We can get a Hops bag. We can get Cramorant and Zacian. This is hitting for 190. Choice Band takes the knockout. And then we can put a Choice Band on the Cramorant here. Cramorant goes crazy here. Yeah, 2 Hops Choice Bands was clutch. Okay, Energy Recycler. We just win, chat. Next turn, we swing in with Cramorant and win. Baneri. Yep, we win, chat. We're gonna push up the Cramorant, chat. Cramorant reporting for cleanup duty. W Cramorant. No energy. 210. GG. We have Pokepad and Hilda, though, chat. We're up against Dragapult again. All right, let's see if we can pull it off this time, chat. I see a line. Discard this and this. Pokepad for a Phantom. We Hilda. Man, if only we had Choice Band right now, chat. I think it's a mistake getting Lily's Clefairy right now. Because he could just boss it up and just kill it at some point. Or maybe we do get it. No. Oh, we're going to take 10 damage from Badingus. So here he can Crispin onto a Dracloak and take a knockout on Phantom. But then we just return kill with Trevenant. He gets the Dragapult. He's gonna Rare Candy into it. Does he Crispin? Okay, Lilies. Okay, he goes for a Jet Headbutt. Can we get Lily's Clefairy this turn, chat? Is the question. We can. Play Postwick. Telepathic Psychic Energy. Get this and this. Let's draw for Fez. $320 exact, chat. And we get another Trevenant. Okay, he plays the Rocket's Watchtower. Trev, Clefairy, the Dragapult slaying duo. Okay, he's got 3 Dracloaks, chat. Dawn. Gets Fez. Air balloons the Fez. Psychic energy on a Dracloak. Itchy pollen. Judge is huge, chat. Let's just charge up our Clefairy and Judge and get that Dragapult out of his hand. We get a choice band, so we could put this on Zacian, or we could put it on Trevenant. Probably Zacian. And we'll take the knockout on Badoo. And I'm actually okay with this Watchtower being up because now he doesn't have the option to Meowth. Stellar Crystal? Or Sparkling Crystal? Instead of Neo Upper? That's really odd. I get that Dragapult's a Terra Pokemon, but... Lilies. So he doesn't have Boss, so he's not going to kill our Clefairy this turn. And we can Hilda for an energy and just take the knockout on Dragapult. We could even push up Trevenant if we get Postwick. We'll push up Clefairy here, chat. No sign of Dusclops or Duskulls. Let's flip the script first. Oh, we get a stamp. Okay. So, we should Pokepad. We'll get our Snorlax. Oh, Rocket's Watchtower turns off Snorlax, so... We'll just Mist Energy here. We'll put down the Snorlax. We're gonna stamp him. Let's just go ahead and stamp. Huge, chat. Huge. All right, we'll take the knockout on Dragapult. And we get a Boss. He gets a Lilies. Ultra Ball for Dragapult. If he doesn't bump the Postwick, chat, it's game. He needs to evolve into 2 Dragapults here. Okay, so he bumps the Postwick. We get 3, 6, 9 off. Well, now the Snorlax is turned off. We need a Postwick chat. Yeah, we only do 60. Let's thin the deck. We have 2 Postwicks in the deck. You need 1 energy. He conceded? We'll take it. Mega Halucha. We should have a pretty easy time with this. Ultra Ball's a Tarragon and a switch away. He gets Riolu. All right, let's Hops Bag. Let's get these. Let's Choice Band Phantom. Let's switch. And then we will Lilies. We get Postwick. We get Latios. Get rid of Hassle and a Boss. And then we'll just get another Phantom. Then we can Mist Energy here and have a second attacker. And we hit for 200, chat. And we don't take damage next turn. Lucario does nothing to us. Boss up the other Phantom. I hope you're ready for this next turn, bud. All right, chat. We can gamble with Hassel, or we can guarantee with Hilda. I think we guarantee with Hilda. Like, Hassel gets us 3 cards. Hilda gets us an energy. Let's Pokegear. We'll grab a Lily. All right, now I'm more willing to gamble now. Yep, we get it. And we get a Stamp. We probably don't want Stamp, in all honesty. Probably want Telepathic Psychic Energy and a Pokepad. We get this. We Pokepad. Grab another Phantom. Telepathic Psychic Energy here. Grab another Phantom, and we'll just grab another Phantom. And then we will 440 for a knockout. Oh, he's done, chat. He's cooked. He Lilies. Plays Gravity Mountain. That does nothing to us except get rid of our Postwick. All right, we boss the Hawlucha and just go on the coin flip. Take the knockout. All right, coin flip. He lives. Wow. Okay, Lilies. Hariyama. He has to Hariyama up the other Trevenant. Because all of the other ones are just... I mean, that's fine. We have free retreat. All right, we just judge here, chat. We'll retreat, go into Phantom. And then we can hit for 80 and then hit the coin, hit our own coin flip if we don't get his. And he loses. Oh, this is the coin flip for Tenacious Body. Oh my... Chat! We fail our coin flip, he gets his. I mean, if he pushes up the Lucario and takes the knockout on the Phantom, then we push up Trevenant and win anyway. If he has to Mega Brave a Trevenant, that feels pretty bad. I would suspect that he either kills Snorlax or Latios here. And we're going to bump the Gravity Mountain anyway. We might have enough damage with just this. We'll see. Yeah, we hit 380, so we'll just take the knockout. Don't waste time, chat. 2 choice bands and a Lilies in the prize. And cooked Mega Lucario, just like that, chat. If you made it this far into the video, appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the matches that we played. If you want to see us play more decks like this live, you can follow us at twitch.tv/JTR_TCG, and where we play a bunch of decks all the time and make more decks to post on the channel and stuff. We have a great time on stream. Every Saturday now, we are hosting a Gym League Challenge tournament on the stream, for the stream, and we have a small prize pool for people that participate in the tournament, but we have a crap ton of decks on our Discord, rental decks and stuff like that for TCG Live. The formats ran a little bit different because for some reason you can't match into each other in Expanded, but other than that, we have been having a lot of fun on stream, and hope to see you there too. And also, we all noticed that 90% of you aren't following or subscribing to the channel. So if you could hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for notifications, leave a like, comment, sub. That would be much appreciated so we can continue to make these videos. And we hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one.